The Clockwork Cat and the Midnight Train. In the cheerful little town of Gearville, where houses had spinning cogs on the roofs and lampposts ticked like giant clocks, lived a peculiar cat named Whiskerwind. But Whiskerwind wasn't just any cat. He was made of polished brass and silver, with emerald eyes that glowed whenever he had an idea. Every evening, when the town's clock tower chimed 9, Whiskerwind would leap across rooftops, chasing the tiny steam puff mice that zipped through the alleys. But one night, while prowling near the old railway station, he heard a sound that made his gears skip a beat. Chuff, chuff, screech. The midnight train. It hadn't run in years, yet there it was. A massive black locomotive glowing with eerie blue light. Its smokestack puffed out stars instead of smoke, and its windows shimmered like rippling water. Whiskerwind's whiskers twitched with curiosity. "Tickets, please," came a deep voice. Out stepped the conductor, a tall, thin man in a coat stitched from moonlight, with a pocket watch that ticked backwards. "You're just in time, little cat," he said, holding out a golden ticket. Whiskerwind tilted his head. "But where does it go?" The conductor smiled. "To yesterday." Without hesitation, Whiskerwind hopped aboard. Inside, the train was full of strange passengers, a talking teapot knitting scarves, a boy made of paper boats, and a family of owls wearing monocles. The train whistled, and with a blast of stardust, it shot into the night sky, riding the rails of light. Through the windows, Whiskerwind saw scenes from the past: children flying kites on windy hills, parades of giant clockwork elephants, and himself as a tiny kitten being built in an old toy maker's shop. But the journey wasn't without trouble. A shadowy figure was moving through the carriages, a fog creature with glowing red eyes, trying to snatch moments from people's memories and lock them away in a black jar. The passengers whispered fearfully. But Whiskerwind's gears whirred with determination. Using his quick paws and the tiny steam jet hidden in his tail, Whiskerwind zipped across the train, leaping from seat to seat. The shadow lunged, but Whiskerwind distracted it with bright sparks from his metal claws. Then, with a mighty swing of his tail, he knocked the jar from the creature's hands. Memories burst out like fireflies, filling the train with laughter and music. The shadow shrieked and dissolved into harmless mist. When the train finally pulled into Gearville, only moments after it had left, Whiskerwind found himself back on the station roof. The midnight train was gone, but in his paw, he still held the golden ticket, now marked with 2 words, "Thank you." From that night on, Whiskerwind's eyes glowed a little brighter. He still chased steam mice and leapt across rooftops. But sometimes, if you looked closely at the stars, you might spot a glowing train passing by and a brass cat sitting proudly at the window. The end.